Nick, one of the things you talked about is this citizen review board. Now, we all recognize that every once in a while you get a bad cop. Every barrel sometimes has a bad apple. But if you take the responsibility for disciplining that person away from the people that are in authority over them and give it to someone else who knows nothing about the kinds of issues you're dealing with, you end up with what you've already started seeing in other cities that are so-called blue cities run by liberal progressives, don't you?
Well, you certainly do. And, bottom line is you shut down the policing function. You literally shut it down. If you ask a physician if he wants his work to be evaluated or assessed by a panel of people who know nothing about his profession, it's almost laughable. Same thing with a plumber, a carpenter. So I guess the assumption is that people who know nothing about what we do and why we do it can sit and judge us that way. But, Kerby, I want to make a point. Things happen. Well, they don't happen by happenstance. This is all by design. Mm-hmm. The policing function is being undermined across the country. And as we see this and we see the lawlessness becoming entrenched in various cities, I mean, in major fashion. In Dallas, we have the federal government entrenched in East Dallas, and they boast we're cleaning that up. Well, really, it's more an admittance that we couldn't clean it up. We couldn't do a job. I'm going to say this, and it's going to upset a lot of people, but one of the problems in Dallas is my conversation morphed from particulars to more having to do with financial improprieties. It upset a lot of people. Mm-hmm. One of the things is that, there's a tax on cell phone use, mm-hmm. and that tax, it's a small tax, but it's specific to fund first responders. And I understand in Dallas that tax is used for purposes other than that.
There you go.
So when, the mayor's on record is saying, first responders, police are pistol whipping people for their benefits package. Well, my question's always been, Mayor, if we're 1,000 officers short, and I submit to you we're 1,000 officers short, and we're paid 15, 20% less than our area or contiguous cities, well, then where is the money going? We're probably number 1 or 2 in the nation for commercial real estate development. We're awash in money, and yet the mayor tells folks we're broke. There's a real disconnect here, and to highlight the disconnect, as recently as 2 weeks ago, DPD made the public announcement that we have 1,800 officers working patrol in Dallas. Well, I participated in the patrol bid in January, and there's only 1,235 officers participating, many of which there are in non-patrol functions just in that to boast the numbers. So my question is simply this. What happened to 600 officers almost overnight?